Annyeonghaseyo! Welcome to Afternoona Delight, where Leah, Megan, and Amy, romance novelists, and your K-romance guides. So grab some dekboki and listen to your new favorite unnies.
Hey, everybody. Leah Riley here.
Hello, it's Megan.
Hi there, it's Amy.
I don't know. I just realized right as we started, I've got this like dingleberry.
I noticed it earlier and I was
I
going to tell
noticed
you.
it too, and I was like, I didn't want to
Why
insult
didn't
your
you say
hat.
something? That's not what friends do. You
I,
wait
didn't
till
want-
like
I thought it was supposed to be there.
I actually forgot, and then I and then I just started to like become one with you, and I just forgot. So if you're listening, Leah is wearing a hat, like a yarn knitted hat, and there was like one little stray yarn that was like right on her forehead.
Yeah, it's a little beanie. My daughter made fun of it. I don't care. I'm cold.
Why?
It's my beanie season. I'm in beanie season. This time of year, I wear because California is not where I am. You can wear jackets sometimes, but it's not like I don't wake up in the morning and like put on a coat to leave, but I got to put a beanie on. And so that's a very important part of my staying
So
warm.
beanie, but no coat.
Yes. Beanie,
that makes
no
sense
coat.
because like most of the heat leaves your head. I don't know if that's a myth.
Leaves your head. That's right.
I don't know if that's a myth, but I'm going to go with that. Hey, my daughter stole like my favorite jacket. She just started wearing it one day, and now I don't want it back because now it's been to like middle school. Gross. I'm not putting that back on my body.
Reasonable.
So I just lost a jacket. She was like, well, then get me a new one. I was like, oh no, I'm getting the new one. You can keep that stinky jacket that you probably dragged on the floor of a middle school. No, thank you. So anyway, are we out of our heated rivalry psychosis?
No.
I don't want to be. Like I want to stay here forever.
Well, the problem that I have is that I had to unpack it today to the both of you, is all the dramas that I've been like wanting to watch that are like the new dramas are coming in like a week or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Plus I've decided, you know what? And well, Amy, I think you're still along for the ride. Megan and I were like, fuck, we're still watching Singles Inferno. I don't care. We will complain about it.
Shit, I'm not excited about it.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I am.
I'm watching it day one, but like there's also like the Kim Sun-ho drama. Like there's a lot coming that I'm going to watch, but like it's not here just yet. So then I'm trying to be like, because I'm in like a little bit of like a spun out space of, still heated rivalry and other things, like trying to be like, well, what is going to be like my fluffer content while I wait for like, I'm going to like next week, there's dramas that I want to see that are new that are coming. I also I'm starting to feel a little guilty because it's been like 2.5 weeks since I've watched like anything like
I feel like it's been longer for me. It's been before the holidays.
I'm getting back into it though. I am.
And so so I decided that I think I'm gonna do I think it's BL for me. Like I'm gonna find a BL to watch because those are short and I can like slot that in this week. And I've wanted to watch like The Witch Part 1. And then Amy's like, so what's the part 2? No idea. I just know that the reels for The Witch Part 1
It's called Part 1, yeah.
For 5 years, I've watched Toyoshik speaking perfect English, sounding like a psychopath in reels, and I did not even know this was going to be a segue to what we're talking about today. But I was like, he looks evil, and it does it for me. Yeah. I can fix him.
There you go.
Okay, well, yeah, that does lead into what we're talking about today. So I don't think we've done a trope talk in a while, or maybe we have, and I just don't remember, but I feel like we haven't. And I think I speak for all of us that our trope talks are really fun. Like we really enjoy doing these. You can look back through. We've done a lot. But today we are doing the I Can Fix Him trope. It's also known, as I was looking it up today to like work on this, apparently it's also known as I Can Change My Beloved, according to TV Tropes Wiki, but I don't like that one.
No.
I think we all prefer the first, so we're just going to go with that.
That sounds like a bad translation.
Yeah, I was like, I can change my beloved. I mean, like Ilya, like Shane would say, like lovers, ugh, like we don't want that.
Right, like, ew, gross.
Stop talking about heated. Ew, gross, Ilya.
It's going to always come back to heated rivalry.
So anyway,
it's fine.
The I Can Fix Him trope. So this phrase also stems from, but daddy, I love him, which mermaid Ariel yells to her father about human Eric in the Disney movie, My Little Mermaid.
It's also a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, and which Taylor Swift popularized in her 2024 song of the same name. So sometimes you'll see the trope referred to, but daddy, I can fix him, which is actually probably my personal favorite iteration. Anyway, what is it? It's pretty simple. It's the belief that the most toxic character can be fixed with the love of a good woman or, take your pick of gender. So think Bad Boy, think Kim Tan in Airs, and Gu Jun Pyo in Boys Over Flowers, and think Jordan Catalano in My So-Called Life. I hope some of
So
you will
good.
get will get the reference. Um, so let's start out with some examples because I think this is like the easiest way to define this trope. We've all kind of had a character in our formative years that I think first gave us that twinge of, but daddy, I can fix him. So, like, what was kind of the first time you really remember feeling this way about a character in like a show, a book, a movie, whatever?
I mean, the first thing that came to mind for me was Dylan McKay from Beverly Hills 90210. Just the red flags all around, but the love of a good woman of Brenda Walsh can fix him. And also going a little bit further into my younger years, Christian Slater as JD from Heathers. By the way, Dylan McKay, Luke Perry, RIP, gone too soon. But yeah, Christian Slater as JD from Heathers will always be one of my favorites.
Always. Oh,
Always.
I love.
Never seen Heathers.
What?
You know what? I don't think I've seen Heather's either.
What?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Christian Slater, but I'm not sure if I've ever actually seen Heather's.
I'm sorry.
I know we need to fix that, huh?
I'm
Stop
so
this
sorry.
podcast right now. I cannot be friends with you two.
I'm sorry.
What?
I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that I miss.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Well, what's even more wild, okay, not for either of you, but I haven't seen The Lost Boys, and The Lost Boys was filmed in Santa Cruz, and they show it multiple times a year here as like a thing. And every time I've been busy or have had something to do, and I've just never seen it.
That is the movie that shaped me as a vampire lover. Like the amount of times that I watched that movie in high school. The
I mean, there's
Corys,
stores downtown
like,
that sell Lost Boys stuff because it was filmed. Like the fact I haven't seen it
like
is
still sells
actually
Lost Boys
like I
stuff.
can't talk about it like in public to be like, oh yeah, I haven't seen Lost Boys. They only show it like 3 times a year at the boardwalk, like where it was like filmed.
So it was Connor's. So my son is 16, and it was his first rated R movie that I think I let him watch when he was maybe like 10. Like it was on Netflix for like a hot minute. And he's like, didn't you say this is like your favorite movie from when you were a kid? I'm like, yes. And the only reason it's rated R is because I think there's probably 2 F-bombs in it or something like that. Like the violence, of course, like in the late 80s, I was like, ew, gross. And then watching it now, I'm like, this is so silly. It's so campy. It's like the campiest vampire stuff. It's so fun. Oh my God. I love it so, so much. Who are you? Who are you? Both of you. I feel like I don't know you. Am I
Look,
like
weird stuff. My childhood was like I have weird gaps of like where things happen that like I should have gotten some of it.
Stranger Things conformity
yeah.
gate is real because this is not my reality.
Well, the very first rated R movie I ever saw in my life, well, I didn't. I was 10 and I was at a sleepover and I was not allowed to watch rated R movies. And somebody was like, we're going to watch RoboCop. So I called my mom and said, can I watch RoboCop? And she said no. So my ass, God bless me, was like, I can't watch RoboCop. And I sat in the kitchen the entire movie not watching RoboCop.
Holy crap. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed too. I'm like, who was I? Like, who
Yeah.
was I? Like, was I in an alternate reality that I wasn't like crazy shit?
Okay, well, I can't believe that. Yeah, I can't believe that Kiefer Sutherland as a vampire wasn't part of your formative years. That Christian Slater as a murderous teen to punish the high school a-holes isn't part of your formative years. Like,
Well, I did read Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire and all of those, and then VC Andrews, and that's why I'm a fucked up human, because I was like
read
11.
those
So I didn't
too.
watch RoboCop at 10, but by 11 I was like, who's fucking who in the gene pool in their attic? Like, what brother and sister are getting down in the
Thank
attic?
goodness you didn't see that robot kill people.
Yeah. Whew. But I'm going to like tuck in with some VC Andrews and every single incest plot point that's ever existed.
Yes, please. Let's watch a mother poison her children with arsenic and her children bug each other.
Okay, I think we got off topic. Okay.
I know.
Okay, so for me, it's funny. I'm only mentioning this because, sorry, today's not the day where I'll stop talking about heated rivalry. But because it came out, people were saying it's like the Mighty Ducks for millennials, and I remembered how much I was obsessed with Adam Banks from the Mighty Ducks. So
Never
Adam
saw it.
Banks was like the bad boy, really good hockey player who was like an enemy to like the Mighty Ducks. But then they did redistricting and he had to play for them. But he was kind of like uptight rich boy. I think his like parents were really strict. So of course he had like trauma. He was very much like the bad boy, kind of. And I had the biggest crush on him when I was a kid. When he was all sweaty. Oh, I loved Adam Banks. I also, if we're talking like books, like I got the feeling when I read The Outsiders about Dallas. And then of course the movie where he's played by Matt Dillon. I will never be over Dallas in The Outsiders, played by Matt Dillon. That changed me a lot, I think.
80s Matt Dillon.
Nothing can
He was
compare.
that kind of character
I've
in
never
all
seen
of his
The
teen
Outsiders.
stuff.
What? What? Okay, now that that what?
Did you read it?
I'm
Okay,
always
now-
a brunt. My daughter's obsessed with it, so she like quotes stuff from it, and I'm always
I'm
like,
gonna like moonwalk the hell out of this friendship.
Say The Outsiders
The
was like,
amount of talent in The Outsiders. First
isn't
of
that
all, like,
Stay Golden, Pony Boy?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
see, I
it's
know the stuff.
pivotal in my childhood was The Outsiders. Truly, the book and then the movie, like pivotal. All right, we had
this
okay.
is going off the rails because I'm like losing
I
my
know.
fucking mind. It's my Stranger Things psychosis and my heated rivalry psychosis. Like I am at my breaking point.
Right. At least I've seen Twilight. At least I've
can't
seen
know this
Twilight,
stuff.
everybody. At least I've seen Twilight and
I know,
Star Wars.
I'm not okay. Let me get to my last one. Okay, and then my last one is I've talked about this before, but I'm bringing it up again. Is Billy the Kid in Young Guns? I will also never be over that. I absolutely loved him. I was obsessed with Billy the Kid for the longest time. And if you actually look, like there's like a sketch of what Billy the Kid looked like. It dashed all my dreams.
Was it Emilio? Was it
No.
Emilio Estevez?
Well, yeah, I mean, he did not look like Emilio Estevez. And so yeah, I freaking loved him. What a bad boy, right? And he was so snarky,
Was
so
so good.
charming.
Leah, did you see the Young Guns movies?
I
Yes.
did.
Okay.
We
Very
talked
much.
about
I got my
this.
first kiss to Young Guns.
Okay.
Going down in a blaze of glory.
I have that CD. The Young Guns 2
I
soundtrack.
probably did too.
Bon Jovi. So good.
All right, go ahead, Leah.
So okay, I have two, and one is a fictional one, and one is a real one, like a real person. So we've talked before about how I like moved to Italy at like a formative time, and we got videos.
I still like feel like I don't know you
I
when I
know.
hear stuff like that.
We had VHSs that were sent to us so we could like watch English content. And I was very young. Please note I was in 6th grade. I was not old. And I formed a unhealthy sexual attraction, though I didn't know quite how to like describe it, to Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Why am I not surprised?
I cannot co-sign this.
Hell.
Sorry.
She hasn't seen The Outsiders, but
Look, Jack Nicholson is the Joker in those Batmans he was great.
he was great.
He was great.
I
I
can't
just
hate.
became like very fixated on it. The Joker has become like the Joker is a thing for me, although yeah. But anyway, so there's one. Just like a little surprise.
But specifically Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Yeah, because I just watched it so much. Like I like probably watched it like once a week, for like a year. I've seen it like 52 times at least. And then the other one, it was the year after. And this is a real person. I became incredibly obsessed with Kurt Cobain, like obsessed with Kurt Cobain. Um, and and it was like he died. And
He
so
did.
that was
He did.
challenging.
Leah,
He did.
but he died.
That was
And so
unfortunate,
I
yeah.
was, like, very upset, like, I didn't come out, like, because I was so young, but, like, so I was there when he was still alive and like, I watched, like, Unplugged, like, his
Yes.
MTV performance,
Yes.
I would, like, watch his video, and so I was an MTV kid, like, it's also
Same.
RIP to MTV just
Yeah.
closed, so
I was
MTV's
also an MTV kid.
yes,
Yep.
Yeah.
and so I joined MTV right as, like, Nirvana was, like, the thing in MTV, and I just, like, locked in on Kurt Cobain super hard, and I feel like there's, like, almost nobody else who can embody as well the I can fix him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was 11 years old, and I have, like, diaries where I was, like, writing to Kurt Cobain being like, "I'm gonna grow like, just hang in there, buddy, like, I'm gonna grow up and, like,
Aw.
meet you. It's gonna like, I'm
Aw.
coming for you."
Yeah.
You got kinda like a Nirvana look going right now.
I do.
Little grunge look going, I
A
like
little
it.
condom cap look too. It looks like I'm wearing a condom. A multicolored condom.
Okay, so I think we established this, but still, let's talk about like what we like about this trope. What is it that pulls you in?
It's it's fantasy, right? It's the safety of falling for the red flag hero in fiction. Um, Because in real life, you can't fix them. Like, how many of us, like, dated somebody like that? I 100% did. Like, I had my Dylan McKay. You can't fix them.
Mm-mm.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm.
but in fiction, you can. In fiction, you can see them get fixed with with the love of the right woman, man, like you said, whatever gender, you can fix them. And I love being a part of that safely.
Yeah, I'm not really like a self-insert type of romance reader, but this is the type of trope where I sort of feel like I can live vicariously through
Mhm.
like one of the leads, and it's the fantasy that like I'm the special one. Like I can do this. I'm the special one. I'm the only one in the world who can fix this person. And that's like a it's just a really fun fantasy.
And I think there's, like, a complexity to it. Having, like, that darkness and that damage makes characters feel, like, a little bit more layered, and I think that that is, like, always, like, piques my curiosity. And then, I think there's just, like, that idea that, like, connection can be transformative, that people aren't static, and so, that unique magic that can happen when, like, someone feels seen, like, what kind of transformation can that do? And there's, like yeah, there's something there for that. So for me, I think it's the layers and then the transformation.
Yeah. Oh, the transformation's the best part. Okay, and so have you ever written a character with this trope in mind, like just a big old barrel of toxicity, and then you just throw them a love interest?
Yes, my very first book.
Yeah, Bran.
My very
Such a good
first book,
one.
I basically, like, branded at the time as being, like, a baby Mr. Rochester from, like, Jane Eyre, 'cause I am a Bronte fangirl, so I like Jane Eyre, I like Wuthering Heights, and so I wrote my very first hero as, like, an idea of, like, what if he was, like, a millennial Mr. Rochester at, like, 2021. That was, like I sat down to do that intentionally.
Right. I mean, I write weird stuff, so I would say I've written a lot of monsters. I did write like a demon alien who lived in this he lived in like the underworld of a fiery planet, and he gained his power from like heart like causing pain to other people. And he's obviously damaged. He's a demon alien. But he found that with the heroine, causing her pain was not he didn't enjoy it. It wasn't like giving him the power anymore, or he just didn't enjoy seeing her like suffering. Which I know is a low bar, but she did fix him and loved him.
So I have not yet. Like, I was going through all of mine. I'm like, I don't have any that are like that I made them purposely toxic. Like, do they
Yeah.
have emotional boo-boos? Of course. And like make some big mistakes? Of course. But like I'm editing a book right now with the hero is a ghost and he's still like a beta hero, even though
Yeah.
he did some bad shit. Like, you know, you it's redeemable because you find out why. But the second book from that one, the hero is going to be much more red flag. And he's also going to be a vampire. And like vampires, they got to be a little red flag.
Yeah.
And yeah, I already have some really good ideas for that one. And I'm excited to write possibly my first like fairly problematic, not problematic in the true sense, but like problematic as far as like heroes that I've written go.
Yeah, I love that because that isn't your jam usually.
No, I
And it's okay. It's just that's just not
yeah,
typically the characters you write.
I usually just keep spitting out like beta heroes, and I love a beta hero.
And your readers
I
like that.
yeah, but I'm gonna write kind of a dickish vampire who's gonna be saved by the love of a good woman.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, and we've talked a lot on this pod about like hear me out. So like hear me out choices, like when we ask a question, hear me out choices are usually like not what you expect. Okay? So, we kind of took like maybe tried to be maybe a little risky with this one. So like what's a hear me out example of this trope in Western entertainment that might not be a traditional choice, like an unredeemable villain?
Leah, you go first. You got such a good one that I can't believe I didn't think of.
My middle or the end?
Yes. Yeah, your middle.
Well, then, okay, I'll just go to that one. So
Yeah.
I don't even know. To me, I was like, I didn't even feel like this was necessarily controversial because I was like, if you don't have angst and longing and love for this character, like what are we doing? I don't know. And that's Kylo Ren.
Oh, it's
So-
so good. It's so good.
Kylo Ren, I would say, brought
Megan's
me
like,
back.
who?
Who it is? Oh my God. Have you not?
It's Star Wars.
Why
Leah.
would I have seen it?
This is the episode that like is going to dissolve the friendship.
We're just so mad at each other by the end.
We're never coming back. We're never
I'm
coming back from this.
disappointed. So, okay, but I will say that so I got into Kylo Ren. That was pre-COVID, so pre-K-drama. And I would say that's like what brought me back into even kind of like the beginning of like reawakening because I didn't even know what fan fiction was. I was in I was writing like monkeys fanfic with like me and Mickey Dolans and Peter Tork when I was
Why
like,
did you not bring that up for your?
because they weren't villains.
No, they weren't. They weren't toxic. There's
But I
nothing
mean, like, I
toxic
didn't know what
about
I was
Peter.
doing, but like I was writing, and yeah, and like trust me, the monkeys at this point were like well beyond my age range, and it didn't matter. Like they lived on in their content that was on after school, and then like I went through my Uncas period in Last of the Mohicans, and so, but then it kind of like it went quiet for a long time, and Kylo Ren was the beginning of me kind of coming back to like the reawakening of my AO3 personality. Like at my core, I am a fanfic girl. Like I love fanfic. I read fanfic more than any other type of fiction. And Kylo Ren kind of like brought me back to like the remembrance of what that feels like and why I love it.
I love that. I love
I love that.
And then I'm also just going to give a quick shout out to Magneto with Michael
Yeah.
Fassbender playing him because
Yeah.
if that's bad, I don't want to be good.
Nope.
Yeah.
100%.
Nope. Love it.
100%. Yes, superhero villains are good ones. I mean, like I had Loki from the MCU, like Tom Hiddleston for sure. Killmonger from Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan. Like,
That's my favorite of
on.
Yeah, that I cannot believe I didn't think of that. Killmonger. That's an excellent suggestion.
And Sheriff Eric Northman from True Blood, Alexander Skarsgård, always one of my favorites. And yeah, I mean, Leah and I are both in on this one, the Darkling from Shadow and Bone, like the books, but also the short-lived series. Sadly, because Ben Barnes as the Darkling in the Netflix series, oh, chef's kiss.
Darkling so much that when I found out the Darkling was just kind of like going to just be a villain, I was like, I mean, I like the rest of everything, but it's like I'm there for the Darkling.
Just that the name, the Darkling. Why is it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I mean, he has a real name. You find out his name in the end, but like the Darkling. Yeah.
For me, the absolute first one that came to mind was Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, and I'm talking like with the mask.
No, 1,000%.
The mask, the voice, him threatening to break my
Unrecognizable
back.
Tom Hardy, but
That
still.
voice. But that
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
him threatening to break my back over his knee, just I'm here for it. And he's so damaged, okay?
So
Like, he's
oh,
so like,
such boo-boos.
the fact that they give him backstory is mwah. Like,
Half of that movie is Bane's
right.
backstory.
The Dark
Yeah.
Knight Rises is I mean, just so you know, I'm actually not a massive, like, superhero movie fan. The Dark Knight Rises is, I'm sorry, I think it's perfection. I love it so much. But anyway, I think of Bane every time. I mean, Tom Hardy has been my number one for a really long time. I love Tom Hardy. Um, so yeah, that's my pick.
So good.
Okay, well, let's get into K-dramas now. Uh, because that's probably why you're here, maybe, to hear us talk
We hope.
about this trope in K-dramas. Because of course, K-dramas write great romance, so they have, great I can fix him characters. So, yeah, so do you think that K-dramas handle this trope well? What do they do right? What do they get wrong?
I'm not sure.
Or we don't have to answer that.
Well, here's one thing I
Okay.
do wanna just jump in with
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
is and this isn't like and this isn't me coming in because I wanna be like a hater or anything, but something I wish that they did. So, yes, we get great characters. I do think though that, like, I wouldn't mind getting some more evil.
Some,
Like,
like, yeah.
my demon was, like, a kind of part of that, and I know I complain about my demon a lot because, like, in the end, like, I guess, careful what you wish for, because in the end, he's like, "I am just a fucking demon," and I was like, I hate it," but, like, that's because you're meant to, like I mean, I stand by that, but I would like to see there sometimes be more risk involved. I would say that, like, having now being in, like, my 5th year of K-drama, and I like it a lot, and I think that, like, there's times where I'm like, I wanna still be like, I wanna have a surprise, I wanna have something, like, I would like to see some more really just, like, very morally murky, yet transformative, like, Beauty and the Beast type
I was gonna
romance.
say, do you want the morally gray hero, heroine, whoever it is, do you want them redeemed
Yeah,
or not? Yeah.
I
No?
think so, like, I
Yeah.
would like to see more just, like and I mean, I don't need this every drama by any stretch, just, like, if a few times a year I had, like, some pretty, like, morally gray that, like, redeemed into a or, like, let's talk about, like, we you and I, at least, Amy, like, A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Like, a type of
That book
story that has
specifically. Yeah.
that type of thing where you've got,
Yeah.
like, so I want a hero that does bad things, who has damage, who wrestles with those bad things, who sometimes delights in doing bad things, and yet is still there's a reason to love them, and there's, like, a transformative element to that.
Okay.
Like,
I
I
like
will
it.
always take and I mean, I'm not saying that that never happens in cater. I would like to have that, like, in my rotation on a regular basis.
And if you're listening and you know of a drama that does this, let us know, because maybe it's one Leah hasn't seen.
Yeah. I will always take Rex in those spaces. And if barring that, give me just, like, a villain I'm not supposed to find attractive, like Ano Ju with his toe socks that I'm just gonna find attractive on the side, and I've got a good imagination.
Right.
I can make it work.
Okay, in regards to K-dramas, let's talk about our examples by breaking out into like a few categories. So first, what are some examples of this trope where the character is presented to us as a non-villain? So maybe they're a romantic lead or a second lead, and again, like any gender.
I've got one of each. Bae Suzy as Duna in Duna. Probably one of my favorite, like, I can fix her
Yeah.
characters ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. And Udawan as Heijo in Mr. Plankton. He needs so much fixing.
Yes,
And
he
he does, I
does.
mean, like, he does some bad stuff. I mean, we understand what's going on with him, but, like, he kidnaps his ex, kidnaps her from her wedding.
No, he does some.
Oh, no, he
He's
kidnaps no, sorry, he kidnaps somebody else from their wedding, but he does kidnap his ex and just takes her on a road trip for sure. The other person he gets paid to kidnap from her wedding. But
yeah,
still, yeah, questionable stuff.
yeah, and also like the things he says to her. He there's some things he says to her that are that's hard to come back from. Like, I do think that he had a lot of issues.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not gonna spoil Mr. Plankton for anybody because if you haven't watched Mr. Plankton, like, go now,
Mhm.
watch Mr. Plankton. It's one of my favorites. But, um, you understand emotionally where he's coming from because you are going through this whole drama from his perspective, right? Like, you understand a lot of the reasons why he does things he does, but some of them are truly horrible and irredeemable, and you still love him in the end.
Um, I chose Lee Gong-do, played by Lee Joon-ho in Rain or Shine. So he's not a
Oh,
bad boy, but he is damaged.
he
Like
needs fixing. He needs
we're
so much fixing.
we're talking maximum damage. And the whole time I'm like, I can fix him. Like that was like I remember feeling so strongly about that in that drama. Um and then I'm also gonna choose Lee Hae-run, played by Bibi in The Worst of Evil. I loved her in this role. So this is an interesting role because there's kind of a love triangle, and Ji Chong Uk is like it's not a girl and two guys. It's Ji Chong Uk and like two women, his like wife, and then Hae-ran, who is like majorly crushing on him, but she's also like not okay, you know? And she like really latches onto him because I think he's not like a yes man to her like everyone else, and he seems to like see her. Um, and I just love her so much in this role, and I was just like, I'll take care of her. Like, just give her to me. Ji Chang Uk is not gonna fulfill what she needs. I can do it. And she was also just so freaking hot in this role. Like, just so good looking.
Speaking of Ji Chang-uk, like, for what about him and, like, If You Wish Upon Me?
Oh, he
Like,
was
that would be a good one too. Just honorable
yeah,
mention. He
yeah,
needed so much fixing.
yeah, he did. He did.
So for me, I did Mr. Goo in my liberation notes. Not a villain, but like very morally gray, definitely works had had employment that had been questionable and is now pulling like a Nicolas Cage leaving Las Vegas style drinkathon and like less horrible. I do hate leaving Las Vegas and I'll never stop saying it. But he, lives in a room with approximately 3.5 million soju bottles and that's not great for anyone to do. And yet you're like, "Mm, is this a little like is this a little fixer upper on the real estate market? Like, you slide in there with like some good value and like, the bones feel repairable. You could come in with a hammer and nails and a few hugs and a few kisses and a few like, bits of transformational connection and I think we could rehab him.
Did Leaving Las Vegas, is that what solidified your Nick Cage hate?
Me probably honestly.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
that's basically why she
Yeah.
won't watch anything he's in. Yeah.
And then like again, this is an oldie, but I don't
So
really
good.
know if I've seen anyone ever be, especially like a female anti-hero, as good as Moon Young from It's
Oh,
Okay to Not Be
So
Okay. Like I
good.
feel like I was like spoiled right out of the gate with it.
Right?
yeah.
And we've had other, unlikable heroines, but really like that one took risks. And so I guess what I was saying earlier, like my example of
Mhm.
like I want to see more risk taking, where
She's a
it's like,
great
you're
example.
skirting a line where you're like, is this person ever gonna be somebody that like you can like because like she is not likable. And you enjoy spending time with her as a viewer. Like I think she's entertaining to watch. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't see how this is ever gonna come together. Like they're both good looking and they both might have attraction, but like how is this gonna make sense? And by the end, you're like, oh no, this really makes sense. And that's a really fun because it is more complex, like how they end up coming together.
Yeah, she's a great
Yeah,
example.
that's a really good choice. Okay, and so examples of this trope where this character is a villain through and through. They're just a villain, but yet we're holding out some desperate hope that we can fix them.
I mean, for me, the ultimate is An Bo-hyun is, Jang Geun-won in Itaewon Class. Like, from the moment and Megan, you told us about this scene long before Leah and I watched the drama that where his father makes him break the chicken's neck, and, like, from then on, I was like, "This is what broke you, and if you had me, I could fix you."
Yeah, I could take you back through that childhood trauma. I could fix you.
Yep. but nobody does that for him, and
No.
he is broken through and through. Like, there is no yeah. Poor I mean, like, I but, like, that's an example of a good villain because you sympathize with him. Like, through the entire drama, he does horrible things, and you hate him for it, but you also hate the things that happen to him as well. 'Cause you're like, "You could have been saved. Here, you could have been saved. If your father could have supported you here, you could have been saved." And you just see the pile-on of it, and you understand it, and for me, that's one of the best kinds of villains. And then he's also hot and doing push-ups in jail,
The slow
like,
pan up to the shirtless push-ups with the dripping black hair because his hair is dyed
because
back.
finally, we
Finally,
get
or
rid of
yeah,
that
or the
crazy dye job.
yeah, the orange is, like, grown out or whatever. Okay, so for me, it's Do Gangjae, played by Chong Ryol in My Name. I need to be very clear that he is a bad person. He he is a bad dude. He does things that, yes, I would consider completely irredeemable. I know this, okay? So, like, don't judge me, but I can't help it. I love this character. You could tell all he ever wanted, you could tell he, like, had a tough life. All he ever wanted was, like, approval essentially from, like, the gang boss, and all the gang boss did was, like, punish him. He shows up, like, he kind of has, like, two parts within My Name. So there's the part where he's kind of, like, young, and he's just trying to, like, make it in the gang, and then something terrible happens to him, and he comes back, like, even worse, but he's still so hot. Like, I can't I need you to look up Chong Ryol, and then you guys will understand, uh, how hot this guy is, and he just has that crazy villain energy that just draws me in. I can't help it. He's terrible. He doesn't fare well in My Name because most of the villains don't. And I was still a little sad because I was like, "Ah, man," because he was also just really good at causing problems, which is also fun as a
He's definitely hot. And they like but so I looked him up just as him first, and then I put Chung Ril My Name, and the pictures from My Name, like, he looks psychotic.
he is psychotic. He
Yeah.
is psychotic, but he's not as psychotic in the beginning. Like, he definitely has, like a traumatic event happened to him and he just goes off the rails. And that's kind of when he comes back and causes like even more problems for the heroine played by Han So-hee. And but I don't care. I think about him a lot. He's terrible. He probably should have died. Spoiler, but you know, it's okay.
So mine is bad too, I think, and it's from The Glory and it's Park Sung-hoon's character. I mean, he's pretty much always bad. There are a few moments where like he like is kind to a child for like a moment, but really he's just like a bully to the heroine. He is a manipulator. He takes and fucks what he wants and damns the consequences. Very like not even morally gray, like morally black. And yet, like, and this is sometimes where I'm like, if I didn't find you so attractive, like if it was played by like a different actor, would it like have like if it was somebody I wasn't into, would I be like, meh? But I don't know. I don't and I guess I don't care. I'm along for the ride, but in this, like, I know that, like, this was the heroine's journey story and, like, her goal like, her redemption and her, like, karma and all of that. It was not meant to be a vehicle where I just sat there and lusted after Parks and Hoon episode after episode. Yeah, there I was. There I was.
Yeah. With the mullet. And he's so damaged
And
too.
when he finds out he's well, can I give that spoiler?
Yeah. The Glory is come on.
Yeah.
We're gonna give a little
Yeah.
spoiler for the
When he
Glory.
finds out he's colorblind and it's like and then that the child is colorblind and he realizes he's the parent. Ah. My
Yeah,
God.
it's so good. It's so good. And he meets a very untimely end as well.
He does. I would like to take him out of that cement casing and keep him like Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back on
Keep
my
him frozen in carbonite.
on my mantle.
He like, seriously, it's cartoonish, like, his end, like, to
It
just
is.
It
It's
is.
wild.
I mean, the whole end of a lot of
I
things in The
think he
Glory,
had
yeah.
a fitting end even though it's ridiculous, it just kind of fit. Like there's an element of kind of larger than life to the whole drama.
Yes.
Um and yeah, it's another one where I actually did like that drama better than I expected, and I wish it had gone further. Like I wish it had been like even more effed up.
Um,
Like I want
okay,
some Mask Girl in there too.
so, um, are there any characters who were presented to us as romantic leads, but that we're just not interested in fixing? And I originally wrote this meaning like
Yeah, I misunderstood this.
no, it's okay. You can answer it the way you did. I originally meant it as, like, they were bad, and I don't wanna fix them, I don't want anything to do with them. Like,
Yeah,
I just
I
didn't
totally
like
misread it.
no, it's okay. So I chose, first of all, Lee Hae-in, played by Ha Suk-jin in 1% of Something. I've said before, I just he was, like, kind of this, like, bad boy, like, player character, and I just wanted nothing to do with him, like, the whole time. I was like, "Never mind. I don't wanna fix him. I don't wanna be involved in fixing him. I don't want him." And, same the Ty BL, my stand-in, Ming, the character Ming, who's played by Up. Ming is uh, did I watch this drama in, like, a fever dream? Absolutely. Did I still find Ming, like, pretty irredeemable and was like, "Oh my god, why are we pitching this as a romance?" Yes. I wasn't interested in fixing Ming. There's one point where he's just, like, wallowing with, like, self-loathing in his house, and I was like, "You can just stay there. You can just stay there without the love of your life because I think you're a terrible person." Yeah, so those are the 2 that were, like, meant to be I was supposed to want to fix them, I think, as, like, the viewer, and I was just like, "No, I don't wanna."
I don't I don't I'm trying to think, I don't think I have a drama that, like, I hated the hero like that, but, like, my be all and end all of, like, toxic hero that I basically am just, like, fine taking him as he is Gu Junpyo in Boys Over Flowers. I mean, that was during my, Lee Min-ho awakening. At that point, because I was my first Lee Min-ho drama was The King Eternal Monarch, and look, like, he could do no wrong, as the king of Korea. And so after that, like, everything I watched had that, like, halo over it, and, like, I loved Boys Over Flowers with all of my heart. I don't know if it would've, hit me the same had I not been in my, Lee Min-ho phase, but, like, I'm going to just say, like, Gu Junpyo, he's not redeemed. There's nothing redeemable about him at the end. Like, he does not change, and I still love him, and I will take him as he is. Like, never as I was watching that drama was I like, "Oh, I can fix you." I was just like,
You're just like,
"You
"I
go."
guess this is who you
Just
are."
like, "You go, girl." Like, this is where we are.
I actually
Yeah,
like I like that. I like that that's your
yeah.
example.
Okay, I changed mine actually because I thought about it, and I'm gonna go with Hansu from Pachinko
Oh god, that's such a good one.
because it's just like he is what he is, and the story never lets you pretend otherwise.
Demon Ho.
And you might even want to, like I did, and the story's like, "No, you still have to know, like, who he is.
Like,
Even if you
terrible.
wanna romanticize him, like,
Yep.
you're gonna still have to remember that, like, he is going to refuse to be fixed." And yet,
Mm,
like, despite it, I believe he does love her, um, and he is a dangerous person. He is I mean, he's an abuser. He is he benefits, from, he has no qualms on taking what's his and living the good life on the backs of those less fortunate. He's a product of colonization, poverty, survival. But I feel like the story doesn't, like, excuse him. It doesn't make him sympathetic in a cheap way. So he simply kind of just is. And so for me, he kind of embodies this, like, I can't fix him. He doesn't want to be fixed. And that's kind of part of why he's magnetic. And I think that I'm going to put him in the same basket to kind of as Magneto for me in that. And like
That's
Magneto's not
really
looking
good.
to be fixed or redeemed either. And I'm still like, yeah, I'll still do it.
And to add on to that, I don't like because because Hansu's portrayed a little bit differently in the Apple miniseries than he is in the book. Like in the Apple miniseries in season 1, Hansu gets a whole episode just to himself. Like he gets a
Yeah, to
backstory,
humanize him.
which he does. But what I love about it is it humanizes him, but also you just it's for me, it's one of like the pinnacles of Lee Ho's like acting because you see at the end of that episode in Pachinko just a change like in his eyes, like in his expression when he realizes who he has to become to overcome
Mhm.
his his socioeconomic situation basically.
Mm.
And you just see him with like no dialogue or anything. You can just see it his expression when he makes the decision to become the Kohansu that we know in Pachinko. It's so good.
So good.
Such a good one. Oh, love it. I remember before I read the book, when you told me that Ho was going to be in the drama, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm for sure going to read it. You're like, okay, but I have to warn you about who he is in this book. Yep, 100% with you on all that.
You have to be willing to see your beloved.
Yep.
Okay, and then what's a hear me out example in K-dramas?
I like that you said you were like you pushed us to, you challenged us. So I had to
And
think.
you like you wrote this because you knew who you wanted to say, Megan.
Well, okay, I'll say
Yeah.
well, actually, I wasn't sure. In all honesty, I wasn't sure. But I said be risky with this one. I meant
Yeah.
like choose someone that like a hear me out, you know? And so but I am serious with this one. Like I'm just saying, like, I need you all to understand, like, I'm not just saying this to like answer the question. Like I actually really mean this. And that's Gui Nam and All of Us Are Dead. Look, I'm convinced I could fix Gui Nam. I know he's terrible and he eats a lot of people, because he turns into a Hamby in All of Us Are Dead. For those who don't know, I'm talking about the first character who turns into like the half zombie, half human, and he has one eye.
He's so bad.
He's so terrible. And yet he's lonely. Like
Yes.
he's so lonely.
Well, you do. You see that before when he's human and you see the way he's treated by like the head bully.
He's not doing well as a human. Okay, he's not thriving. And I'm convinced that even as a Hamby, I could fix Queen Nam.
I mean, you said be risky, so
I love you. I know I can see both of what you chose, and I love it.
I chose Yi Kyung from Marry My Husband. He plays Park Min Wan. And look, does he murder his wife in the first episode of the drama because she catches him having an affair with her best friend? And is she already dying of cancer when he pushes her, through like a glass table? Yep, absolutely. But so this is this is a comeback from the dead time travel drama, right? And what I love about these is you see him as this terrible person in episode 1, and he 100% is. But then you go back in time and, spoiler alert, he does not redeem himself by the end. But you kind of see why he is the way he is. And he's just look, he's got that smile. Like, I can't handle this man's smile. Like, it's one of those smiles that like you could probably talk me into anything. But he's got this totally charming, like almost sweet, even when you know he's not sweet. But you also like he is a simple man.
He is.
He's a very simple man who gets manipulated easily, and he basically just tries to out manipulate people so he doesn't look dumb. And he doesn't have the self-esteem to be his own man. He's got to prove that he is worthy by getting the right person to love him. And one of the great things about this drama is when Park Min Young's character goes back in time to basically like give everybody their due who is part of her dying. Um, she even gets taken in by him again because he can be like very charming and stuff like that. And because she changes, because she was very timid and very like people pleaser. And of course, like now she's gone back, 10 years and she's going to, change her fate. And she's very take charge and like her whole personality changes. And he wants her again because she's even better than she was before. And it's just this kind of thing where he measured his own value based on who paid him the attention. And you know what? I could fix that. I could show him that he could do some emotional heavy lifting and be his own man and use that charming smile for good.
Yeah, I mean, he's terrible. He's absolutely
Terrible.
terrible, but
But he
yet
is he's kind of broken.
yeah, no, this is a good one. This is a very good one.
I went with Squid Game and the front man
Great.
because fly me to the moon anytime. That mask works for me. He never redeems himself, ever.
We thought it was coming. It didn't.
Didn't.
No.
Would he have killed the baby? I think so. I think he
My
would have killed the
God.
baby.
Yeah, I think he
I
would have
think,
killed the
well,
baby.
he wouldn't have killed the baby in his mind. Like, they would have killed the baby. He would have just created the conditions of the baby being killed. I'm going to pretend that he didn't try to justify that. Or no, I am on his team of stabbing people in the neck. I'm team stab people in the neck. So he and I are psychic. He's my twin flame.
I mean, he's the
You-
one who actually came up with the plan to keep the baby alive. He's the one who came up with it. Just stupid, whatever his name is, didn't follow through.
Gihan, yeah. So he he
Gihan.
was like, what you do is this and this and this, and you kill these people, and that's how the baby lives. And then he's like, I can't kill anyone. Fine, well, that baby might bury, like, you just made a 90% chance that baby's gonna die. So do I like that he was just a cold-blooded killer to win? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Because get the job. If you're gonna get the, like, if you're gonna do, like, it wasn't like he didn't relish it when he was a player. Later, I don't know. I mean, I would have taken more. I would like a whole spin-off that's just the front man. I'd like to know what makes him tick. I want to know like what he was up to. I want to know kind of like more of like his internal journey. I was much more interested in him than almost anyone else.
Was too. We talked about this when we covered Squid Game. He was the most interesting character. And they just didn't like delve into him, and they should have.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there is part of me that likes that, like, since they didn't, you get to like project a little bit. But at the end of the day, like, satisfying story is like give us the arc.
Yeah, that's a good one. And to close this out, I feel like it's remiss. I know Leah mentioned his name, but I just feel like we need to mention Anoju. Like,
Yeah,
just
I
give
mean-
like an honorable mention to Anoju. He's kind of the classic, like, he wasn't a romantic lead, but we were all like, we can fix him. We can fix him in his toe socks. We can fix him.
I was not wanting to fix him
Oh,
with
okay.
toe socks.
Okay. Well, Leah and I believe
Toe
that-
socks do not do it for me.
We
I like
believe we can-
Anoju. I like the character of Anoju, but no
Yes.
toe socks.
So he's from Lawless Lawyer. I feel like we have talked about him on this pod a lot, but I just couldn't. I feel like I couldn't sleep tonight if I didn't once again bring up Anoju. So
He also is a villain with emotional boo-boos that you understand.
he's he's very much like he's very much like Gunwan from Inawan Class.
Yes.
Where you really get like a good backstory on his villainy. And so you like, I don't know if you sympathize with him, but maybe, and like, I don't know much about Hansu and Pachinko, but just based on what you said, Anoju is a little like that. Like, he had to become someone in order to survive like the circumstances in which he was raised. So shout out Anoju, we love you. So I think that's everything. We got through all the examples we wanted to talk about.
This was fun. Great script, Megan. It was a fun topic.
Thanks. That was it was a very fun topic. I think I speak for all of us. We really like doing trope talk. So if you guys have any specific kind of like tropes like this that you want us to talk about in regards to K-dramas, we are more than happy to do it. Let us know, because we could use some ideas too.
Please give us our content.
Yeah. And that's all I guess for tonight then.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Annyeong.
Annyeong.
Kamsahamnida. Thank you for listening to Afternoon of Delight. Where can you find us outside the pod? Head on over to afternoonofdelight.com. That's AFTERNOONADELIGHT.com. You'll find links to all our social media, our book recs, K-pop and K-skincare recs, and if you want even more Afternoon of Delight, because really who doesn't, you can join our Patreon, where you can choose the patron level that's right for you. Join in daily K-drama conversations, listen to bonus podcast episodes just for patrons, and participate in our monthly live K-drama support group via Zoom. We can't wait for you to be a part of the community. Until next time, annyeong!